And I'm
So
curious, so if, let's say for the VP of engineering role at Radix, if I found someone on the engineering team and I reached out to them and said, had it started engaging with them and had a conversation and expressed interest, how does that make its way back to you? Like, do those people come back and say, Hastain reached out on LinkedIn, seems like an interesting candidate. He said he's applied. Have you seen his profile?
yeah, it always helps. So internally, what we try to do is say, hey, if someone's reaching out to you about a role, like direct them to the recruiting team, because we are also the buffer of things like compensation, process,
Mm-hmm.
interview, logistics, all those things. We don't want an individual developer somewhere thinking that they know what the comp range is or the level. They may misrepresent it. So I've always tried to say, just drive it back to me. If they reach out, great. Bump them over to me. I'll handle the communication. It does help though, for sure. If you can, if I have, okay, there's a sales tactic too here where it's like most important top officer or very important top, something like that. I remember reading this book when I was in the agency about VITO. VITO was what they called it. You reach out to somebody, possibly the department leader. It may not even be the hiring manager, the department leader. You reach out to the director because you're interested in the manager job. If the director of the department forwards that to me, that's coming like down the slide.
Yeah.
So I'm looking, think, okay, well, if Nick thinks that this person's a good candidate,
Yeah.
I better screen him.
Yeah.
So that's one way to do it too. And in sales, like if it, if something comes down from your boss, you're probably going to explore it, right?
Yeah.
I may have misrepresented like the actual motion there, but I think the general sentiment is if it's being forwarded to me by our CEO, I'm going to talk to that person.
Yeah. Yeah. For
And
sure.
do the due diligence. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And I'm
we
curious,
did
so
that
when
last
you,
week. I did it last week actually.
yeah.
Somebody in a networking group with our CEO our CEO had told his networking group, hey, we're looking for a senior data engineer. Another CEO, it was like a CEO cohort, forwarded an email of an intern that they had used previously and did really well, and then forwarded it to our CEO, who forwarded it to me. And so I had like multiple pieces of validation through there. For one, by who, but also the summary from another CEO that sent to our CEO that came to me was really good, and I was immediately on that one. Had it, and that person did apply through the proper channels, but it just would have taken a little bit longer to
Yeah.
get in front of them.
Yeah.
And now they're about to be in that hiring manager phase of interviews, where maybe this week I would have just gotten to screening them.